fan, you know, and definitely my boys and girls. Definitely touched me very so far to see everything myself. Krisha made notes earlier that I really didn't want to do this.
It took me a year and a half.
I'm not big on celebrations and not big on gatherings, but I have to at least express how well I feel about all of you and how gracious I am to spend this time with you. Thank you. I appreciate it. One last thing, I had to keep my Philly fans away from my Redskins.
They call this a low key.
One of your friends, several of your friends, anyone who would like to stand up and say something, feel free. But we're going to start out with Mr. Cephas here, one of June's friends from way back. Welcome, welcome. Come on in.
How's everyone doing this evening?
Sorry.
I have too much to say. I just wanted to say that first of all, I'm very proud of my friend June. She's been my friend for, oh God, 35 years or so. Even if you would take a few in there. Came to the Washington area, was very successful. One thing I admire most, he never forgot his Philly friends and his family back home. So he always came back and stayed in touch. And, I'm proud just to be his friend. And with that, I would like to give him this plaque by his good friends. Friends forever. Absolutely. Okay, ready, set?
My turn. Saturday. All right. Thank you. The one thing I do want to say before we go on is that last year we lost a very close friend of ours. He was actually, I'm bringing him up because he's on the spot. And Philip Banham was part of our group, part of our crowd, and he recently passed a month and a half ago. He wanted to join us here today, and thought he is here. And I want to just make note that he's not here listed in the event. Keep it moving.
Eric, I'm calling on you.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, all I can say is I got like 5 good friends, and June is right up at the top of them. And I don't know, it's kind of hard to have friends these days. Everybody's backstabbing, doing all kinds of crazy stuff, and you know, it's just really, you know, it's the best. You can't get the best. You know, I love you.
Before we go on, anyone else want to say something? Because June's good friends just stood up. I want you to open up something and celebrate your friendship with you boys.
Right, all right.
We've been in our house probably about 11 years now, and in June's office, he has nothing on the walls. I mean, maybe one small picture. So today I wanted to give him what?
I have a
Small-
picture of their household. I
Right.
have a picture of
That you
a.
just put up this year. But this is from the time where Cephas, Eric, Philip, and Gilbert went to the beach. They the original Beach Boys
This was done, we went, what year was that? What year was this? It was like in the 90s. We spent a weekend together back in the 90s, and we went down to the beach, we just had a good time. And we had someone who just happened to be walking by, take a picture, and this is the picture that was taken. It was probably the last time we really hung out as a crew, like this. We've been trying to do this again, and I'm hoping in the years to come we do this again. Okay. Ray, we don't see you here. So some of you guys come
Y'all
too.
wear something different this time.
Look out like you're
That's no work.
No back, no glory, right?
I'm not.
That's it.
Anyone else who'd like to say anything, you feel free, and you don't have to if you don't want to.
What else you want?
Write one in the wrap box. And I think you can break it up for your wall. This one here is, when you open it up, you all see the little chronicle on your table, and some of my favorite pictures that are in there. And so I had to make one more picture for him, try to capture all the many faces of June. So. I had to wrap this stuff in brown paper because everything that came to the house, he was like, "What's that? What's that? Open it up. What's in that box?"
This is good.
This is a picture called The Many Faces of June, like the one on your table, but they did nice caricatures of him with all the different personas.
And it looks like me. That's what's good.
Yeah, they did a good job. One of my favorite personas about June is Dr. Doolittle. And the reason why we call him that a lot is because, he's really good to animals. I think he gets that from you. But when I first met him, I think we were dating a couple of years, and it was a real cold winter. It was back in the 80s, and June came in the house, and he had this turtle in his hand. He said, the turtle was frozen in the ice, but maybe I can, nurse him back to health. And I was like, no, babe, I don't think the turtle's gonna come back. And June took that turtle, he put him in a little box in the kitchen, and he put some food down for him, and tried to warm him up. He kept him there overnight, hoping that he would come back to life.
He wasn't dead.
But that turtle didn't come back to life. And another time, recently, we have a shed out back in the woods, and June came in and he said, there's a little nest of mice back there. Looks like their mother left them. He started feeding those mice. The baby mice. He didn't get that from me. And then another time, it was a snake in the backyard, and it was a really aggressive snake, and I've never seen a snake like that. We thought it was like a wood moccasin or something, because it was real aggressive. And The dogs even ran in the house when they saw it. So June went outside, he got a box, he got a rake, he wrangled that snake, put it in there. The snake was hissing and, you know, fighting with him. And he put it in there and walked that snake back to the lake and let him go. He's always bringing home stray dogs, finding homes for stray dogs. Well, how long were you out there? He found a child on the street. And how long were you out there talking to that
I
child?
was driving over in Mitchellville and I just happened to see a stray child. And I must have spent about a good hour, 2 hours, coaching that dog. The childs, you really don't know which way they go. They can either be the nicest dogs in the world or they can take your arm off. So I wanted to try to, buddy up with the dog to see how far I could go. And eventually, I got him in the vehicle, took him to the animal control. And a friend of mine, Michael Horn, is not here, but his best friend, Carl, ran down there immediately and adopted him. So we found him.
He's good like
You
that.
forgot about the snapping turtle.
Well, no, I was going to get to the snapping turtle. This turtle was alive. This was just this summer, and it was a big turtle, and it was really old. I mean, it looked prehistoric. It had the, little humps in its back, and it was about that big. So June saw it in the street. He was about to get hit, so he picked it up. It was a real hot day. He picked the turtle up, and the turtle was snapping at him, really trying to bite him. And he took it and put it under a tree where it was cool. That turtle stayed there for, until sun went down, and then he went away. But and then the geese.
Oh, yeah.
Tell them about the geese.
Yeah, I forgot to cut the grass a couple times along the walkway in front of our house. So the grass grew some height. And I came out there one morning to cut the grass. And there was a flock, there was one mother geese and about 6 or 7 eggs. So I cut around them. And I left them there, and every day I would go out there to see was there any progress regarding the chickens being hatched. And then I noticed some kids, they were starting to get curious with them, so I put a little fence around them. So stay away from this. Mother nursery.
That's what doctors do.
Nest of mice and feed them.
So they come in your head. Yeah, he loves the animals. So, when we went to adopt our last dog too, that was pretty fun. Normally when you go to a shelter, they interview you.
Talking about the rape.
When I went to adopt Jordan, and usually they don't let you take the dog the same day, but of course with Dr. Doolittle was there, and when he came in, they had this really bad dog there that they were boarding because they were trying to work with his behavior. He was really mean, little teeny old dog, but mean. June went in there and he talked to that dog. And the dog was quiet, and the ladies looked at him and they were like, wow, you could take your dog home today. It was really nice, but they couldn't get that dog to quiet down. The dog was fun. Yeah, what kind of little mean dog was that, June?
I think it's a Jack Russell Terrier.
Yeah, he was really feisty, but he was able to talk to him.
No, I couldn't get him to stop that.
I dog
Something
love
about your leg.
But that's one of my favorite things about him, and But anybody else want to say anything?
Well, if not, I'm going to recant about some issue. Go ahead.
I'm not sure if Michelle knows June. June is a joker. And he's like, yeah, who's this? And I'm like, Michelle, he's like, nah, I said, who's this? So he's playing and joking on the phone. I'm like, who's this person answering my girlfriend's phone? And so when I got there, he introduced himself, and I was like, okay, kind of still giving him a little cautious eye. So our meeting was kind of like, at least for me it was. But over the years, he has come to be one of my dear friends, and we have a little age difference between us, and in my mind, I always see him as like a big brother to me. He never talks to me as though I'm a little brother, but I feel as though he's like a big brother. I'm probably even closer to him than I am with my own real big brother. He's a special person, and some of the things that Lucretia just mentioned, I think, speak to how special he is because he's interested in animals and nature and sunsets and all that type of stuff. Which means it's kind of extraordinary, and that's what makes him a special person. So just like to say happy birthday.
All 50 of them?
I'm not gonna do that to you.
Outside, so the window.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear June. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, nice. I ain't getting no sleep, but I was able to capture a picture of my man over here on the cot, you know, just crunching the blankets, laying back. So we finally made it. We had a great time here, and I'll never forget that time. Of course, my Philly friends, we had many times. You know, me, Eric, Phil, Ray, we used to just hang out and just act like fools. And the things we did, I'm not even going to go into too much detail. And one incident I really can remember is the time, the picture kind of illustrates the time we went down to the beach, and we were coming back, and there was a barbecue place. And everybody knows I'm going. There was a barbecue place, so everybody said, let's stop, let's get some to eat. All right, all right. So we stopped, right? We had something to eat. So Cephas says, well, I'm going to use the outhouse over here. Right, he's like, cool, all right, go ahead. So he goes into the outhouse. We lock him in the outhouse, back the car up to the door, and rev the engine, and he was like, y'all better not letting this stuff get on me.
I didn't say stuff.
That was just so funny. Man. You know, Michael boys, right? Oh, man. And it's always like we go as a crowd, but we race back as individuals. So we always have a good time. The people I work with every day, you know, it's been a joy. Richard Sundberg, you know, I can't talk enough about you.
Sure you
But I recall Richard was on a team and we were designing a system, and it got to a point when we used to tell Richard, don't sign into the system. Because every time you see the sign in, things change. Bernard Ferguson, who I worked with for a number of years, and Cheryl Hawkins. We've had a lot of fun. We've done some good work for the government, I think. And Tawana and so forth. We really had a good time down there joking about. We do work, but we spend most of the time joking about having fun and all that good stuff. To the Boyer family, I love you. I don't have enough stories about you. I'm adding them up.
What do they call it in my family? Whenever you bring somebody new around, we always say,
Right,
he looks
right.
like so-and-so.
Right.
Who did they tell you you look like?
I was, what's his name?
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. Who said it?
Johnny.
I don't even know his name.
Morris Day.
Morris Day. That's the first thing they said.
Every time I would you know, talk about it, they'd be like, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was the thing.
Interesting family. Again, thank you all. I do appreciate it. My heart is out to all of you.
I have one more gift for you, babe. Just one more. Where are my keys? Or is it Chris?
No, I got my keys right here.
Oh, what's the weather gonna be like? Where are my shoes? Where are my slippers? This is gonna help your memory, babe.
You know.
It's gonna help your memory. It's especially for that, to help people who are forgetful.
Senior moments. I can't remember the last time you played a game like this.
But it's a memory game to try and help you, remember.
What you trying to say? We all tune in about an hour. I have to also say one more thing. Over the years, I've known this young lady sitting beside me, and we've had our ups and downs. We've had our good moments and we had our bad days, and we're going to have those in the future. I mean, that's just a part of life. But I love her dearly, and I wouldn't trade her for the world. Thank you.
What you say, Mom?
I'm glad to hear that.
One of the weak things.
Act like you know. I know. I was going to cut your head off. You want cake, babe?
I wanted to say one thing. I'm June's father, and I think in my life, June's been the best son I've ever had. I hope he stays like that, because he always does the right thing by us. He's a good guy. We love him. And the good thing about it, I got 2 sons and 1 daughter. They all stay out of trouble. And that's the best way to go. And I appreciate coming.
Thank you for being here.
I have problems walking. I have that thing they call equilibrium, but I told him one time, he called me, I said, June, I don't think I'm going to make it. He said, you better be there. See, I'm here.
Thanks for coming.
And thanks for being here, and I enjoyed it.
My father is about to experience his 70th day in a few more days.
All right.
Happy birthday.
And mine's coming up on the 18th.
Right.
That's 17th.
17th.
But you know what they want to do? I got a letter from the people telling me that I'm younger.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You got your offer there.
You wasn't born in 36, you were born in 37. So me and her had a problem with the age. She'd come into mine, and after a while I'd go out again, so I could be older.
Well, I definitely want to say thanks for the youngest guy in the crowd, Darren Griffin, being here and celebrating my 50th birthday. The funny thing, huh? About 16? 15.
Right.
He still can't beat me at the ball, though. And I take him to the court, and now I'm 50, he's 16. Midway, 15. Midway through the game, he tells me, I gotta sit down. I'm tired.
But didn't you beat him this summer? Yeah, see?
That was a token game.
I'll tell you another thing about my grandson. His mom had to go in the hospital on the 17th. So I said to myself, oh my goodness, he's going to be born on my birthday. And he didn't get here until the 18th. So mine's the 17th, his the 18th. But he's a great grandson.
Yes, he is. Just got his balls
Okay,
Where's the cake?
right there, and the guy there.
Since we're talking about memory games, I'm gonna put this one on June's parents. I have an old picture here that I cannot figure out how old we are. Maybe they can figure out how old is June right there. That's June, myself, and Quentin. How old is that picture?
Got me.
I don't know.
I dug that one up.
What do I have on?
Gosh.
What do you have on?
Are you out of school then?
Who knows?
That picture, I dug that one way
You
back.
didn't put your hair on
No.
everybody.
I threw that one on the parents.
I don't even know what it is.
I don't know. Where were you at? Northwood where? Where were y'all at?
All right, Indiana Jones.
Yeah, really.
It is a picnic.
I'm not sure how to cut, so should I go this way and this way or what? How many people here? Right.